Oh man, it should be illegal to look this handsome on camera. Come on, I know how that sounds, but you can't call me a liar. How are y'all doing? It's Aaron Alanis, and in today's video, I'm going to be telling you why you've been stuck and why you continue failing when it comes down to starting and sustaining your progress on your fitness journey. Now, before we dive into today's video, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel for new videos every single week. That way you can join Builder Nation and get the latest and greatest updates from myself personally and the rest of the Basics team. If you want to apply for one-on-one VIP coaching, go ahead and click the very first link in the video description or click the link in the comment section. You'll see it right there on the pinned comment, and let's go ahead and dive into today's video because this is a topic that has been on my heart, in my head, in my spirit for quite a while, because as we're approaching year number 2 here at Basics, which again, it's incredible. I've only been in business for about a year and 11 months as of the time that I'm recording this video specifically, and we've done incredible work so far, and just like the sky's literally not even the limit anymore for where we're going, right? And there's been a lot of people that I've been speaking with as of late specifically and over the last year and 11 months that have been stuck for a reason. And the reason why they've been stuck is that it's kind of hard to tell people that their thinking is broken without sounding like a kind of thing. And I know how that sounds, but let me go ahead and kind of explain to you all some of the things that I keep on running into when I'm speaking to some people right now. A lot of the people I've been speaking to as of late have been around the ages of 30, 35, even closer to 40 kind of thing. And a lot of the people that I'm speaking with are very curious about transforming their lives. They're very curious about information regarding our program and my character and speaking with me, and they want information, but when it comes down to really being serious about making the steps necessary, whether they work with us or not, in terms of making the transformation that they really want to see, they don't necessarily do the work that's required in order to really reap the rewards of being in shape and looking like me or looking like anyone else out there that you see on YouTube that has an aspirational physique. And what happens is that it reminds me a lot of me when I was a little bit younger. Now, when I was younger, I wanted to be a rapper, right? And I wanted to make music, and I wanted to be one of the biggest rap artists out there. And what happened is that I had a dream and I had a vision, and I knew exactly where I wanted to go, but I always fell short of achieving anything special. And one of the main reasons why is because I thought that having a goal was enough. You know, I thought that just because I wanted to be big, and I thought just because I wanted to be successful, and I thought just because I wanted to do that, I was immediately entitled to get that result. And I also was very airy-fairy with a lot of the approaches that I was doing. I was very, and I still do this stuff to a certain extent, but I'll kind of tell you all how I balance it out a little bit later. I was very manifestation oriented. I would think about it, I would vision myself on stage, whatever the case may be, and I've always figured that time would just magically make things work out for me. I figured that if I gave it enough time, and I believed hard enough, and I just kind of went along that road, and I had a goal in my mind, that things would just naturally work out. Then, I turned 23 years old, I looked in the mirror, I realized, and then I looked at my bank account and I was like, bro, what the hell are you doing? And what have you done for the last 5 years? This was a process, guys, that happened for 5 years straight, from ages 18 to 23. I thought I was going to be a rapper. I had put out some music here and there, but I always thought that time was going to magically make things work out for me when I had all the natural gifts at the time. And then every time that I would start, I would stop. I would say, next Monday we can go again. Next Monday we will go again. And that's something that I actually call EMS, which is called Eternal Monday Syndrome. And that's something that's a term that I've coined. And I always mention to our builders and our VIP students regarding something that you want to avoid, because the last thing you want to do is be the person that's always saying next Monday is going to be the Monday that I change my life. And every single Monday is day 1 versus day 7. You always keep on starting and stopping. And because you always start and stop, you never make any progress compared from this week to last week. And you always just kind of keep on spinning your wheels and you never get to where you want to go. And unfortunately, a lot of the people that I've been speaking with lately have been in that cycle for 10 years, for 12 years, and it's almost embarrassing. It's like, man, don't you have, and some of these guys are married, some of these guys are divorced, some of these guys have children, some of these guys don't have any of those things, and they wonder why they've been single, and they wonder why they can't get the respect that they want from a woman. And I'm just like, man, if you don't follow through on what you're gonna say, how do you expect to lead a woman in a relationship at all? Seriously. Like, think about it that way. Like, understand that when the way that you do one thing is the way that you're going to do everything. And when it comes down to your fitness journey, if you think that just wanting to get in shape is going to fix everything for you, if you think that just having a goal is going to magically fix everything for you, you are sorely mistaken. Because if you look at the stats in America, I posted this chart in the last video and I'll post it again. Most people are overweight. Most people are out of shape. Most people are buying a ton of supplements nowadays as well, thinking that there's literally a magic pill out there. Now, eventually I do want to get into supplements later on with the business stuff, so I'm not going to ever be like anti-supplement, because I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, you don't need to take supplements, but then I'm selling supplements later. Here's the thing. Supplements are great for you if you use them to supplement, meaning assist your fitness progress. So when I had my first initial fitness transformation, at least sustainable fitness transformation in 2020, I didn't have any supplements because I was broke and I was living at home. I was going to school and I was just working really hard. I followed my diet. I worked out very intensely, and that's all I had to do. And the supplements were things to assist me. So the thing is, here's what made me different, and here's what actually made me transform my life when I was 23 in 2020. I had looked in the mirror. I had saw that I got extremely out of shape. I had kept trying to start over and over and over and over every single Monday. And then I just looked in the mirror and said, bro, you are messing up. I got radically transformative. I radically honest with myself. And I said, look, if you really want to see the progress that you want to see, you're going to have to just embrace where you are, whether you love it, you like it, or you hate it and you despise it. You just have to accept where you are. That way next week, you can improve from this current situation by 1%. And guess what I did, guys? Initially, I wasn't even stepping outside of the house at all. I was someone that was kind of cooped up inside all the time. I wasn't working on anything. I was just watching YouTube videos. Nowadays, I'm making them, so it's a little bit different. I guess it's the same thing. When you know what you're born to do, you can't escape it. Whether you're consuming it, producing it, it is what it is, kind of thing. But at the time, I was just consuming, and I wasn't doing anything really productive. And I had told myself, look, start with stepping outside of the house. So I started with stepping outside of the house. And once that became a default for me to where I didn't have to necessarily worry about like getting out and like seeing other people, then it was like, okay, go to the gym. And then it was like follow my meal plan. And then every single week I would add a new thing to my list of habits. And then I became habit focused more so than outcome focused. So I started focusing on doing things consistently, and the habits themselves became my goals. And as soon as I went into process-oriented thinking versus just outcome-oriented thinking, everything in my life just skyrocketed up like insane. And unfortunately, it took me 5 years to learn that lesson. And I don't want you to make that same mistake that I did, because unfortunately, your brain, it's one of those things where we always hear, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And sometimes I see some of these old dogs that I'm speaking with, it's like, man, I don't know how else to tell you that your brain's broken. And I know how that sounds. I know it sounds a certain way, and you can still fix it. You know, neuroplasticity is still a thing. There's people out here that have seen incredible transformations all over history that have been a little bit older, and they've been able to make things happen. You know, the guy who made KFC, General Sanders, I believe, or Colonel Sanders, he didn't get his wealth until he was in his 60s, kind of thing. So it's never too late for anybody. But I do want to let you know that if you're relying on time and the goal is just magically make your fitness journey easier without you understanding that it's going to take discipline, meaning that you're going to have to do the work whether you feel like it or not on a very consistent basis. You're going to need a structured game plan, whether you find it through me from a custom game plan, which again, link in bio, or if you are going to just follow something that you find online, whether you are going to need an accountability group that you have either through us kind of thing, or you just kind of get some co-workers around your area or some people in your gym, and you just get a Discord group going or an iMessage group if you have an iPhone, and you just kind of make something like that. If you don't understand it's going to take much more effort than you think it's going to take, you are going to fail beyond your wildest dreams. And here's the thing about failure. Failure is one of those things that creeps up on you. It doesn't hit you like a ton of bricks. And if it does, it's because it was a whole bunch of little things that led up to that point to get you to that point to where it had to hit you like a ton of bricks for you to realize that. Failure is never just like a one-time thing to where everything's going perfect beforehand and then one event happens and then what happened and it's just like, oh, everything was perfect until then it blew up when it happened. There was a whole bunch of little things along the way that surely didn't go right that caused you to fail in the first place. So understand that if you're, again, I'm going to say it again, if you are expecting having a goal to be in shape, to solve all your issues. Again, guys, remember, this is from the book from Atomic Habits from James Clear. Winners and losers have the same goals. What separates them is their circumstances, or not circumstances. This is where I'm kind of improvising. It's their habits regarding what they do every single day, and then just even luck to a certain extent. But again, if you look at outliers, it's like luck is when opportunity meets preparation. So even luck can be accounted for in certain regards if you're just working really hard and you're prepared for the moment when it happens to seize the opportunity, right? So just understand, guys, if you really want to succeed on your fitness journey, you got to toughen up. You got to understand that no one's going to do the work for you. And that's the best part about fitness, is because no matter how much money you make, even if you take all the gear in the world, or even if you take all the supplements, even if you buy the program, even if you get the meal plan, no matter how much money you have, no matter what the case is, you cannot buy a new body unless you want to get the plastic like Ken Barbie thing. If that's your thing, bro, that's cool. Here, that's not what we do. It's all about actually earning it. So that's the cool thing, is that no one can do the work for you with fitness. It's all an individual effort. So thank you all for watching this video. I hope this lit a spark under you, because I'm tired of seeing men that are more than capable enough to achieve their goals with their fitness and really in every area of their life that stop short of their potential. They look in the mirror every single day and they ask, what happened these last 10 years? What happened these last 20 years? What happened these last 30 years if you're in your 50s? And that's the last thing I want you all to do if you're watching my content. Take action now, whether you work with us or not, whether you ever invest into yourself through my business. Like, I don't really even care about that. I'm doing perfectly fine. I'm happy. I travel. I got some, like I'm good. I promise you, right? Like, I'm doing more than fine. But understand that if you really want to change, you're going to have to do something different than what you're normally used to, especially if you're a little bit older and you've already ingrained some of these thought patterns that's caused you to be stuck in the first place. Look in the mirror today and ask yourself if you're serious about transformation, or if you're just curious. Because if you're right now watching my YouTube video because you're just on a regular YouTube binge and you're just doing it just because, maybe you're just curious about changing your life. And if that's the case, again, just subscribe to my channel, watch every single video, look up fitness transformation stuff on YouTube, watch every single video there, and then you'll be perfectly fine, I promise you. But if you're serious about transforming, right? If you're serious about making an actual change and you're ready to bury the past behind you and just understand that, hey, sure, maybe I could have started 10 years ago, but the second best time to start is today. I dare you to book a one-on-one consult with me personally. It's a free game plan call. We help busy professionals build their best body ever within 16 weeks or less, with customized workout programs, customized nutrition protocols, and coaching. I'll tag a student success story here. That way you can hear some of what our other guys have to say that have already gone through the program. And we do amazing, amazing, amazing work. Again, we're coming up on 2 years here at Basics. I couldn't be any more happy about that. Thank you all for the support. And if no one's told you in a minute, I will tell you right now, it's time to get it together, man.